All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wakar Kadash, and Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. Balash Kadash, the Holy Tongue. And I say Barak to the elders and apostles, Wa Akim, Wa Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out of the World War III news updates as of April the 26th, 2026 on this Sunday afternoon. And as you know, we've been seeing the tensions been rising between Russia and Ukraine. And this is a news article from PBS.org. And it reads, it says, Craig and Ukraine and Russia unalive at least 16 on the 40th Charlevalius of 40th anniversary, if I pronounced that right. It says in Calveo and Ukraine Associated Press. It says it says strikes across Ukraine, Russian occupied territory in Russia over the past day unalive at least 16 people. And authorities said Sunday as the 40th anniversary of the nuclear disaster prompted new warnings about risk imposed by attacks near the plant during the Russian more than 4 years invasion of its neighbor. It says Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky marked the anniversary with a warning that Russia's attack of risk of repeating history. It says Russia is once again bringing the world to the brink of a man-made disaster. The Russian-Iranian regularly fly over the plant, and one of the confinements last year. He wrote on Facebook refers to the Iranian-designed drones that have wreaked havoc since Moscow launched its all-out war in February 2022. It says the world must not allow this nuclear groups to continue, and the best way is to force Russia to stop its reckless attacks, Zelensky said. Russian drones and missile strikes on the city of Dnipro unalive at least 9. Regional head Alexandra Hansara said Sunday, if I pronounced the name right. It says one was unalive in a Ukrainian drone strike in a port city in Sevastopol in the Russian-occupied Crimea. Moscow installed authorities said Sunday Russian ensigns the Valencia from Ukraine in 2014 as a move that most of the world considered illegal, has used its stage and a supply. And it says during the war, Leonid Paskashin, the Russian installed governor in the Ukrainian Luhansk region, of which Russia earlier this month said it taken full control and claimed denied by Ukraine, said 3 people were unalive in an overnight Ukrainian drone strike on a village after reported 2 people were unalive in the early hours on Saturday. Ukraine did not comment on either attack, which could not be independently verified by the Associated Press. Earlier, a woman was unalive in a Ukrainian drone attack on the Russian Belgrade border region, according to the local authorities. It says Ukraine forces also struck a oil refinery in Yarovzavali deep into Russian territory. Ukraine General Staff said Sunday the strike sparked fires at the facility possesses 15 million tons of oil a year and produce gasoline, diesels, and jet fuel for the Russian military. Russia did not immediately comment. Ukraine has developed its own long-range drones, which can reach targets some 1,500 kilometers, 900 miles inside Russia. It has used them recently against Russian oil facilities, and Moscow looks to boost its export after the Trump administration gave it a temporary waiver from sanctions to ease supply constraints. Kyiv officials complained that Russia will use this in additional revenue on new weapons to hit Ukraine harder. It says concerns of a Bali on a grim anniversary. Raphael Brodsky, Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agencies, echoed Zelensky's concerns over a Chernobyl during a visit, if I pronounced that right, during a visit to Kyiv, saying that reports to the plant's damage of or outer protective shells must begin immediately. The IEA assessment shows that the damage sustained after the strike last year has already compromised a safety function of the structure. It has said warned that years of inaction could heighten danger to the original Skarbogaskis beneath it. The European Bank of Reconstruction and Development says repairs will require at least 500 million euros, which is 586 million. The energy and ministers Danny Samihal said on Sunday that partners commenced to fund repairs to the facility total of 100 million euros, which is 108 million. This is in addition previously agreed to 30 million euros, 32 million. Ukrainian officials say that Russian drones struck the outer shell and the plant new safe confinement struck 2.1 billion Archer height enclosed complete in 2019 over the remains reactor number 4. It says in February 2025, Moscow denied target the plant and alleging Kyiv staged the attack. Russian honors its allies from North Korea. Russian Defense Ministry Andrea Baskova visit North Korea on Sunday for talks with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un about the future of military cooperation between the countries. Baskova said that the country agrees to transition military cooperations and sustainable long-term basis, according to the Russian state news agency, the RIA. Novosti, during the visit, presented the Russian Order of Courage to Korean service members who serve in Russia's crushed regions, where Ukraine launched a surprise incursion in August 2024. Kim has sent thousands of troops and large. Yeah, it's mom.
You heard something on the phone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's in it.
You ain't going to watch them all?
Yeah, she might. Yeah, she going somewhere. Even though it's gonna rain tomorrow. Yeah, but we're gonna. I think she said you're gonna have a raincoat and stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all check them back at 12 or 1.
Probably like 1 o'clock. Yeah. It says. It says during the visit, the Russian ordered the courage to Korean service members who serve the Russian Kurdish regions, where Ukraine launched a surprise incursion in August 2024. Kim has sent thousands of troops and large weapon shipments to Russia's war against Ukraine. Associated Press General Vladimir Yurikuk and Kyiv contribute to this report. And this is the book of Ezekiel, right? So the tension between Russia and Ukraine definitely heating up. Now, ever since this anniversary of that nuclear disaster that took place back then from the Ukrainian side, and then Zelensky was kind of warning about another potential of that might happen, that might occur again if Russia continue to do their military aggression, as the tensions continue to heat up between Russia and Ukraine. And this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, in verse 4. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth in all thy army, horse and horsemen, all of them clothed for all sorts of armor, getting in great company, bucklers and shields and having swords. Right, so as the prophet Ezekiel was mentioned, that the Heavenly Father is going to continue to put the hooks in back of the jaws of these Russians, which represents the bear in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. As we start to see, the Russia-Ukraine, as we continue to see the Russia-Ukraine situation is intensifying by the daily basis ever since that military invasion occurred from Russia ever since February of 2022 and all the way to now. So for the past 4.5 years, tensions been heating up between Russia and Ukraine, which is still going to intensify by the day. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24. And verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled for all these things. Much first come to pass, but it's not yet. Right, so these are wars and rumors of wars definitely heating up, especially between Russia and Ukraine and Belarus and Russia together versus the European Union and NATO and NATO versus Russia as of lately. Matthew 24 verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Right, so you have one nation rise against another nation. That's Russia versus Ukraine for a prime example. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And this is Revelations 11 verse 14. Revelations 11 verse 14. The second will pass, behold the third will come quickly. Right, so the second will pass, behold the third will come quickly. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of the World War III news updates as of April the 26th, 2026, as we continue to see the Russia-Ukraine situation going to intensify. As it says again from the pbs.org as of April the 26th, 2026 at 2:07 p.m. And it reads, strikes in Ukraine and Russia, at least 16 unalive on the Charlotte's 40th anniversary. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Wakakadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son Ba'Hashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew of the Lashkash Holy Tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, while Akim Akwaf. Until next time, I would say Kol Masharallah and above all. Shalom.